Right. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, mic testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Okay. So in last class, we are trying to understand throws keywords. Throw is used for throwing an exception. The syntax for throwing an exception after throw keyword, we must mention exception class object based on the condition we want to throw. For example, I want to throw arithmetic exception, then new keyword for to create. Then throws keyword is used for not throwing an exception. It is used for just reporting an exception or informing the exception those are throwing out from the method to the method caller. Throws keyword will not throw any exception. Throw keyword is responsible to throw exception. Many students and of course faculties are also having a confusion. Throws keyword will throw exception. No, throws keyword will not throw exception. It just inform. Okay. If you want to throw exception, object is required. Object is with the throw keyword. Nah? So throw keyword is responsible for throwing exception. Throws keyword just meant for informing what exception throwing. So that method caller will catch the exception. If you want to catch exception, I should know what exception coming now. I get you my point. I call M1 method. From M1 method, what exception is coming? If I know, then I can then I can write what catch block. Am I right? So if you don't use the throws keyword, the only problem is method caller will not know that there is an exception throwing from the method. Hence, he will not add try catch. Then this method, main method logic execution also will be terminated abnormal. Remember, even though we didn't use throws keyword, exception will be returned, thrown to the calling method. It is because of throw keyword. Throws keyword has impact only at a development and compilation time. Throws keyword doesn't have any importance at execution time. Either throws keyword used or not used, JVM will send the exception to the calling method. Okay, na? Now the syntax for using throws keyword. We can use the throws keyword in method or constructor prototype after parenthesis. After throws keyword, we must place exception class names with comma separator. How many exceptions you are throwing from this method? Those many exceptions you can mention here with the comma separator. I'm writing two conditions. I want to verify the given value valid or not. Two conditions. If a negative number, I want to throw illegal argument exception. If it is not even number, I want to throw illegal state exception. Okay, if not these two conditions, then I want to develop business logic. Okay, now up to now, I hope yesterday you have written right. Now I want you to write difference between throw and throws keywords. Continuation write down difference between throw and throws. Throw is used for throwing an exception manually by programmer when wrong inputs are passed according to current method logic. Throws is used for reporting the exception those are thrown out from the method, so that this method caller will provide try catch block for this calling method to catch this exception and complete is a method logic execution smoothly normally. After throw keyword, we must place exception object. After throws keyword, we must place exception class name. After throw keyword, only one exception object is allowed. After throws keyword, multiple exception class names are allowed. Throw keyword must be used inside method body in the logic. We must use throws keyword in a method prototype after method parenthesis, means signature. Most of the times we will use throw keyword for throwing checked and custom exceptions. We will use throws keyword only for reporting checked exception, and of course it is mandatory. Sir, what is checked exception? I don't understand, sir. Next topic. What is the custom exception? I didn't understand, sir. Next topic. Okay, next topic will come. As of now, please write down these points. Have you completed? Still writing. హలో, రాక్ సిరామిక్స్ అండి. షాప్ రేపు ఎన్నింటికి ఓపెన్ చేస్తారండి?
7:30 to 9 అండి.
Guys, completed. Shall I go for next point? Okay, you learn try catch, you learn throws. Now let us try to develop a small project, addition project for understanding all three concepts combination. Okay. Now write down this question. Already we developed this project in our what do you call language fundamentals chapter. In language fundamentals chapter already we developed. So one more time we will try to develop so that you'll get full clarity. Write down sample program for throwing and catching an exception. Develop a method to receive only positive integer. If a negative number or zero is passed, throw exception and display error message. Don't pass negative number or zero. Can you write code yourself? First you try. If unable to write, I will help you. If positive numbers are given, add those two values and return result. First you try to write code, and if unable to write, I will help you. Guys, all you people completed? Huh? Still writing or completed? Huh? Did you get an idea what to do? What I should write? I should add a class called edition. Here you create return type int, add of int a comma int b. First, you need to verify the given values are positive or negative. I want to verify negative or not. If a less than 0 or if a less than 0 or b less than 0, either one is less than means either one is negative, then what to do? I must throw exception new illegal argument exception. Sir, why should I use illegal argument exception? Because the passing values we call arguments. Some microsystem given a predefined class to deal with arguments called illegal argument. So that's why I'm using this predefined class. Double quotes, write a message, and don't pass negative numbers. Else, return a plus b. Do I need to write else block? Not required, because inside if I'm writing throw keyword is a transfer control statement. It will transfer the control from this line to out of this method. So there is no chance control go down. When I should write else block, if there is a chance control go down and execute, then we have to write else block. At this minute, else block is not required. That's all. Completed. Completed or not completed? Not completed. I'm just throwing exception, but I have not reported. So I must report exception. So I should write here throws illegal argument exception. Okay, no, throws illegal argument exception. Then now tell me, here our logic is ready. Then following by, tell me, inside main method, what should I do now? Assume that this is a one developer and this is another developer. Two different developers are writing this code, okay? It is developed by one developer and it is developing by another developer. Two different developers developing it. Then tell me, inside main method, what are you doing now? You need to call that add method. How to write addition dot add of by passing two numbers. Let's say 10, 20. Okay. Now, after executing this method, what should happen? It returning result. I should store that result assigned to variable int result equal to this method. Okay. How do you know this method returning a int type value? Because it is specified in the declaration int. Because they specified int, that's why I'm telling that int. That's why I taken variable int. Now use this method throwing an exception. Yes. How can you say? By looking at the throws keyword. Throws following by illegal argument exception. And now here you should write try. Now catch off. Which exception throwing this method? Illegal argument. So you should write here illegal argument exception E. And here after catching the result, after taking the result into the variable, display that result, double quotes, result colon plus result. Okay, after catching exception, what to do? Display error message. All you people know how to read the error message. It's not new to you. Now what do you write now? E dot. I told you three methods. E dot print stack trace, E dot toString method, E dot get message. I want only message here. So what do you write? E dot get message. That's all. Throw used for throwing an exception. Throws is used for reporting an exception. Try catch used for catching an exception. Okay, now I'm compiled program successfully executing. We got result 30 because correct values you passed. Next, I'm passing wrong values, negative number, minus 10. Will get exception, catching, displaying error message, don't pass negative numbers. If I pass it 20, minus 20, will get same exception, don't pass negative number. I'm giving both negative numbers, will get the same exception, don't pass negative numbers. Understand the flow of execution? You want me to explain? At this stage, you should understand the flow of execution automatically. A value minus 10, B value minus 20. Minus 10 less than 0, yes. Create exception with that error message, reference is 1010. Now the throw keyword collect this 1010 throwing here. Now sending to catch block. E variable contains what? 1010, pointing to this exception object. Then E dot get message. What the message you stored? Don't pass negative number, reading and displaying on console. Okay, na? Everyone understand? All you people able to develop this code? Already developed, you want to copy? Oh my God, a small program I developed something else. Test throw keyword, scanner object reading for number, example class object created while to keep on sending the value. Enter number, okay, read that number, pass that number is going. X value stored minus 5, minus 5 or 5. If minus 5, true, throw new, illegal argument exception, don't pass negative number or 0. If you pass positive number, then I display message, you passed correct value. Congrats, you won $100 million center. Wow. Okay. So if you develop, it's okay. Otherwise, you can copy the program. What do you say? You want to copy or go to next slide? Now tell me. If I remove throws keyword, is this exception come to main method? Is this exception come to main method? Yes or no? No. Exception sending from one method to another method by throws keyword or by throw keyword? Exception is throwing by throw keyword or throws keyword? By throw keyword. Exception come, don't pass negative number. If I write throws keyword and I remove this, now tell me, exception will come or will not come? If I write just throws keyword, no throw keyword, only throws keyword, exception will come or will not come? Exception will not come. Throws keyword is not meant for throwing exception. Tell me, throws keyword doesn't have any impact at execution time. It has impact only at compilation. Throws keyword has impact only at development and compilation time. Throws keyword doesn't have any impact and any importance at execution time. Either throws keyword used or not used, JVM will send the exception to calling method. Okay, na? Now, if I remove this, who will face problem? This main method developer don't know what exception writing. So he cannot write try catch. If you don't write try catch, what happened? Program terminated abnormally and big error message will come which cannot understandable to user what to do. So if you write throws keyword there, you can write try catch. That's it. Hope everyone understand. Write on this. Last few points are there right now. Completed, huh? Shall I go next slide? Guys, next slide. Did you understand 4 keywords clearly? Now, when should we use the throw and throws? When should you use try and catch? If you are developing a method logic to execute by taking some inputs, based on the input, if you want to throw some exception, then we should use the throw. To report that exception, we must use the throws. If you want to just suppress exception and it continues next lines of the code execution, or if you want end user interaction logic for reading inputs and displaying output in a method, we must use what? Try catch. In simple words, we can say in business logic development, we must use throw and throws keyword. And for just suppressing exception in end user interaction logic, we must use try and catch. Simple. In business logic development, you are reading value from other programmer. Given value wrong or right for information purpose, we must throw exception. Then whoever calling my method, he should catch that exception and display error message to end user. Okay. Right on this slide, you will understand completely now. Yeah, guys, I hope you completed. Yeah, people who are coming from Odisha, don't worry. You take care of yourself and I'll give you backup classes from another batch, okay? If you can attend, attend. If you cannot attend, leave it, no problem, okay? Na? Don't worry too much. Thank you. So see you tomorrow. Bye. Practice today program and try to develop some more examples by your own to understand the connection between throw, throws, try, catch, okay?